racing fans. Once again, it's Sunday racing at the park. Before I begin, I would like to say thanks to all my subscribers. Continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Once you subscribe, please remember to hit the post notification bell so that as soon as I post a content, you will be the first to notify. With that said, let's begin race 1. It's a maiden condition race. 3-year-olds and up fillies, 7 furlong, field of 10. I boil this race down to 2 horse. 1, Concise, number 8, Coastal Living. Concise, this horse ran 4th by 14 lengths, beaten by Uncle Harry and Nebuchadnezzar on last. The cheek piece is off. This horse works 4 in 49.4 on the 23rd of the 3rd. On the 29th of the 3rd, 6 furlong in 1:16.2. That's an indication that Concise is improving, and of such, I am giving Concise a big chance in this race. However, the horse to beat is Coastal Living. This horse ran a beautiful race on last with 56.5 kilo. This horse finished second by 2.5, beaten by Perfect Affair. This horse came back on the 31st of the 3rd and strode 5 furlong in 1:10. This horse has been beaten by colts. Now against main horses, Coastal Living is the horse to beat. And I'm going to make horse number 8, Coastal Living, to get the better of horse number 1, Concise. For 3rd, Miniola. And for 4th, horse number 5, Halthea. Moving on to race number 2. This race is for claiming companies. 1 million down to 800,000. 1,300 meters. We have a field of 6. There's 2 class horses in this race. 1, Alexis Dream, and horse number 6, Rejected Raja. Yes, these are the 2 class horses. However, Alexis Dream not doing much in his last races. However, she has been working pretty decent, but just not showing it come race day. However, I still think Alexis Dream have a shot in this race. Rejected Raja is the horse to beat. This horse race at the $1 million claiming, finished 7th by 8.5, was beaten by KP Choice and Power Ranking. On that day, Rejected Raja carries 55.5 kilo. They have changed stable. Michael Kane is now the conditioner, and I think Rejected Raja is the horse to beat here. So I'm going to take Rejected Raja to beat Alexis Dream. For 3rd, Nakamura. Race number 3. It's a claiming company, 350 down to 250. We have a field of 8. And I'm boiling this race down to 4 horses. 2, So Magnificent. 5, Last Dance. 6, Lion of a Catty. And on the outside, horse number 8, Drone Strike. So Magnificent. This horse broke slow and last and still managed to finish 5th by 12.5 length. They have changed the equipment. Figure 8 is now on. They have also changed the rider. So Magnificent is a dangerous horse come Sunday. Number 5, Last Dance. Ran a pretty decent race behind King Air and Conundrum on last. Walk out the box, still finish 3rd by a head. Last Dance should run well once again. Lion of a Catty was beaten by Zion Princess on last. 2nd by a length and a quarter with Radish Roman. They have changed stables. They have also changed the jockey. Lion of Catty will be storming home in deep stretch. Horse number 8, Drone Strike, came out of that same race, finished 4th by 5 lengths. Finished lame. They have no call for Omar Walker. This horse picked up 4 kilo from 53 to 57 kilo. Drone Strike will run well once again. Said, I'm gonna take horse number 2, So Magnificent, to get the better of horse number 6, Lion of Ekati. Then for 3rd, I'm gonna go with Drone Strike. For 4th, Last Dance. 4th race is a maiden condition race, 3 year-olds and up, 5 furlong round. We have a field of 8. I boil this race down to 4 horse. 2, Giant Vigorous. 3, Life is Light. 6, Star Quest. 7, Miss Brayton. Giant Vigorous. This horse was beaten by Big Buzz on last, 3rd by 6.5 length with Matthew Bennett. On the 30th of the 3rd, this horse works 37.3. Giant Vigorous will run well once again. Number 3, Life is Light. This is a little hotter. This horse works 37.3 for 3 furlongs on the 1st of the 4th. So if you're gonna give Giant Vigorous a shot in this race, then you have to look at Life is Light. Both horses work 37.3 for 3 furlongs. So that is very important. Horse number 6, Star Quest. This is the horse I like. This is the horse I think gonna win this race. Came out of that same race with Big Buzz. Finished 4th by 7 lengths. This horse was outsped. They have now put on the race day medication, which is Lasix. They have no call for Robert Halladine. And I think Star Quest will win this race. And on the outside, horse number 7, Miss Brayton. This is a first time runner. Nice looking filly. This horse is working very well. 3 furlong in 38. 4 furlong in 48.3. And of such, I'm going to go with Star Quest to get the better of horse number 2, Giant Vigorous. For 3rd, number 7, Miss Brayton. And for 4th, horse number 3, Life is Light. 5th race, very competitive race. This is a restricted allowance. 5 years and up, numbers of 3, 5.5 furlong. We have a field of 12. And I'm gonna go with 6 of them. 4, Power of Her Highness. 5, Show Me the Butcher. 6, Miss Linton. 7, Kismet. 10, Princess Aquila. 11, Princess Ifia. Power of Her Highness. This horse was beaten by Golden Syrup on last. Walk out of the box. Finished third by 6 1/4 length. Picked up some weight from 47.5 to 53. Power of Her Highness will run well once again. Show Me the Butcher. This horse is improving. This horse won by 13 1/4 length, beating the likes of Money Musk. Nothing much there, and Sikaraman. However, this horse came back and worked 38.3. That tells me that Show Me the Butcher is improving at the right time. They have called for Dick Cardenas. Show Me the Butcher is a very dangerous horse come Sunday. Miss Linton. This horse opened up a huge gap on last, but was caught by Sweet Victory and Captain Phillips. They have now reduced the trip from 7 furlong to 5.5. Miss Linton will run well once again. However, she will have company this time on the lead, and of such, it's going to be very challenging for Miss Linton to escape these horses once again. Kismet is rounding into useful form. Walked out of the box the last time. Still finished third by 3.5 behind Princess Rhea and Sky Rizzy. Kismet will run well once again. Horse number 10, Princess Aquila. Ryan Lewis Babanionis. This horse has been campaigning at the non-rails of 3 for a very long time. Was beaten by a Ridgeliner on last. I think Sunday is the day when Princess Aquila will give off her best. And for me, I'm going to make Princess Aquila my top choice. Princess Ifia ran a good race on last also. Led for 3 furlongs. Came back and worked 38.4 on the 30th. I expect another good run from Princess Ifia. But I'm going to go with Princess Aquila to caught Miss Linton. For third, Princess Ifia. For fourth, Kismet. Rounded off your high five superfecta. Show Me the Butcher and Power of Her Highness. Moving on to race number 6. I boiled this race down to 2 horses. 1, Lady Kathara, and horse number 5, Empress in the Breeze. Lady Kathara, beaten by Medal Award on last. Third by 2 length. This horse will run well once again. Horse number 5, Empress in the Breeze. This horse has been campaigning at this level for a long time. This horse, I think, should have released the maiden tag. However, I think Sunday will be the day when Empress in the Breeze will finally release the maiden tag. And of such, I'm going to make Empress in the Breeze, horse number 5, my top choice to beat horse number 1, Lady Kathara. For third, Last Hooray. For fourth, Run Georgia Run. And for fifth, on the outside, horse number 10, She Who Has No Name. Moving on to race 7. I boil this race down to 3 horses. 3, Noble Monarch. 5, Girlie the Butcher. And on the outside, horse number 7, Lucky Papa. Noble Monarch has been working very decent. I've given you a 4 furlong spin, 49.3 on the 26th of the 2nd. And on the 30th of the 3rd, this horse works 37.2. Noble Monarch will run well once again. 5, Girly the Butcher. This horse has been working quite decent also. On the 22nd of the 3rd, this horse works 37 flat. And on the 31st of the 3rd, 4 furlong in 51-2. Girly the Butcher will be right there when this has been decided. And on the outside, Lucky Papa. This is the horse to beat. 3rd by 6 length, beaten by Ailey Queen. Came back and worked 38-4 on the 2nd of the 4th. Lucky Papa with Richard Henry takes the weight down from 56.5 kilo to 53.5. And I think Lucky Papa will get the better of Noble Monarch. And for 3rd, Girly the Butcher. For 4th, Noble Sovereign with Canterman. This horse picks up a lot of weight, and as such, I didn't tip Noble Sovereign as my top choice, but should run well with Shane Ellis. 8th race, I boiled this race down to 4 horse, and this is a very tricky race. And why I said that, the General, I give up on the General, and as such, I'm gonna throw 2 horses in this race. Have a Joy and Mila K. These 2 horses have some amount of speed, and the general style of running is that the general likes when the field comes back. So if you can find 1 or 2 horses to hook up on the headline, set it up nicely for the general. That's when the general run his best race. However, I see where Mila K took a little break. Last time Mila K race was on December 21st. But this horse came back and worked 49-2, 103-4, which tells me that Mila K is very sound. 49 kilo with Abigail Abel, and I think Mila K will go right in front. And this is the horse they will all have to catch. If Mila K doesn't lead, I expect Avajoy. Once Avajoy reports sound, Avajoy can lead this race. Avajoy won 7.5 furlong already, beating the likes of Princess Catalina and Monster Vigorous. If Avajoy turns up ready and rearing to go, this could cause some problem for Mila K. However, I still think that Mila K will get away from them and beat the general. For 3rd, Bushfire, Tevin Foster. For 4th, Avajoy. Moving on to race number 9. And this is a very competitive race. However, I'm going to boil it down to 4 horses. 1, Banadura. 8, Bulletproof Coffee. 9, She's That Girl. And on the wide outside, horse number 12, Chocomo. Now, Banadura. This horse works brilliantly. My only problem with this horse is that she's coming from the 1 draw. However, Banadura has enough speed to tack across, and as such, she will run well. She has trained brilliantly. 46-2, a minute 2, and I think Banadura will run well. Bulletproof Coffee, horse number 8. This horse has been improving. Yes, this horse won by 8.5 lengths on last, beating the likes of Fly Blue Jet and Loyal Action. Nothing to write home about, but this horse is improving rapidly, and as such, I am not going to leave Bulletproof Coffee. Horse number 9, She's That Girl. This horse is working very well also. On the 15th of the 3rd, 4:46, pull up in a minute flat. And on the 29th of the 3rd, 4:46, pull up in a minute 2. This is the horse to beat. And on the outside, horse number 12, Chocomo. I tipped Chocomo on last. Chocomo was beaten by Legacy Heil. Horse came back and worked 49. Chacamo is a very dangerous horse come Sunday. But I'm going to tip She's That Girl to get the better of Chacamo. For third, Banadura. And for fourth, Bulletproof Coffee. But any of these four horses can win this race. Best of luck. See you at the races.